Hello there. It's a Saturday, so walking to the club to see my dad. So I thought I'd just pop on to talk about, received a few messages about I posted on the group the other day, yesterday, about the eBook that I've just did, and the process is very similar each time. I've actually done a video, did a video about it, and it's basically it's a high content ebook, and I kind of got the goals around to get to around 20,000 words, which gives you a good amount of pages, but you can also then convert it to an audiobook on ACX. And the reason why you'd want to do that is so that not only have you got a ebook, but you've also got a paperback, and then you've also got the audiobook, which means that you've got 3 opportunities there for a potential browser to buy on their preferred format. So how do you do it? Well, firstly, you need to find a niche where you can generate the content very easily via ChatGPT. So the thing that I've been doing recently are things like joke books, things like myths and legends, and things like facts, but niche down into the different areas. Okay, so you can kind of say to yourself, right, well, I'm going to do a fact book on ancient Egyptians for kids. I don't know, whatever. So obviously you niche down, and using ChatGPT, you get all this information. Now, there's 2 kind of things that you need to do. Is you need to some extent, this is the reason why it's good to do with kids, to do it for kids, is that a lot of the information that's kind of spewed up from ChatGPT is stuff that you kind of know as an adult. That's right. But when there's something which you think, hang on, that doesn't seem correct, or then you should go and check to make sure that those facts are right. The other thing, of course, as well, is making sure that the content that is generated by ChatGPT is to some extent altered or made human. So the way that I like to do it is, or what I've been doing, and I've checked this through the AI checks, is the majority of a particular fact has been generated, so on and so forth. And I will add, say it's a 2-sentence fact. At the end of the first sentence, I will just change it to be a little bit more human. So a little bit like I'm talking to you guys now. I'll be like, something, put in a bit of like humor, or almost make it conversational at the end of the first sentence. And at the end of the second sentence, do the same thing again, but then add an opinion that you've got. So what I mean by that is, like, for instance, beheading in France in the 16th century was commonplace. That's the fact. I'm just making this up, by the way. But at the end, you'd be like, isn't that horrible? Isn't that gross? So just adding that bit of opinion, I found when you put it through the AI checks, changes it to 100% human every time, because you've added an opinion. Yeah. See, so I think when I look into it, is when you are generating stuff with ChatGPT, it's giving you facts, isn't it? It can't offer you an opinion. It's just giving you facts. So if you add your opinion or your spin onto these things, then it makes it really easy. But with that formula, it allows me to generate a list of information. So say it's jokes, for instance, or say it's I don't know what was I talking about earlier on, ancient Egyptians. You go down the facts for the ancient Egyptians, and each fact, and just change something slight, having a little opinion yourself, almost like you are kind of, this is the fact, and this is what I think about it. You see what I'm saying? So you go down each one like that, and you know, it's nothing. It doesn't. It's not something that takes like. It's not really quick going. As I said, what I put on the post the other day, yesterday. I keep saying the other day. Yesterday, the post I kept putting on yesterday was that I did a high content book, which was 22k in word count. I did the 22k in word count, and I did it in 6 hours. Yeah, so obviously that's a lot of words that's been generated, but there's a lot of information that I've changed to make it more human. And you know, and then what I've done is with all that information, you can kind of regurgitate it as well. So one of the things that I like to do is on your fact books, for instance, you can create quizzes as well. So you can kind of like go, right, oh hi Cindy, how you doing, my dear? So what you can do is you can regurgitate the same information again. So, you know, I've given you all the facts, but now let's do a test. Let's do a test, and you're basically asking a question now for people to go over the same information you've just given them, sort of thing. So you can kind of, but I also think that adds more value to the book. So a lot of these kind of books and things, these fact books and other kind of generated information books, let's call them information books. These information books, you know, you've got to think to yourself, how can I make my book be different to the others that are out there? Because there is a few, and people are doing this. And what I've been saying to my KDP ninjas, my inner sanctum of members, like Cindy, is that anything that you are making, any book, whether that's low content, medium content, or high content, you need to make sure that your book is somewhat different and adds more value to the potential purchaser than the other books. See what I'm saying? A quiz will definitely add more value. Keeps it. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. Yeah, so yeah, adding a quiz will definitely add more value and will help kids retain the info. Of course, it will. Exactly. But then you can take it further, can't you? You know, you could do like a glossary of no, not a glossary, like kind of like a resource center on the ebook version, where you found like, you know, 10 really great websites, you know, for the kids to go and do further things or whatever. Or if you've got other books, you know, forwarding them, you know, other books that you do, or maybe you've got some free exercises or something, you know, that people, that depending on what the book is, people could go and do and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I just thought I would pop on and go through that little process for people to see if they wanted to go and have a go. And I've been doing this now, so for the last 2 weeks now, 2 weeks. So I've produced 3 of these books in the space of two weeks. And I'm going to be getting the covers professionally designed off somebody on Fiverr. So the covers are going to look really good. Obviously the interiors are a decent niche, so hopefully that will spark some interest. And then I'm really going to push forward with making sure that I get plenty of reviews on these books as soon as they come out. Now here's the other good thing about having links in your book is a good way to get adults on your mailing list too. Yes, it is, Cindy. Cindy knows. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the good thing about doing the ebooks is that it's so much more easier to get reviews and verified reviews, because, you know, if you're doing a low content book, say, let's just say for instance a colouring book, yeah, it's in the long term, if you're selling books, you are going to kind of get reviews, you know, as you sell. You know, I think for me, it's every kind of 50 books you'll get a review, I reckon, or maybe a little bit fewer. But anyway, if you've got a Kindle version of a book, guess what? You can send that for free to somebody and say, look, give us a review, mate. Give us a review. Yeah? And, you know, majority of the time, people will go ahead and do that. There's a lot of people who just take the book and run. That happens. But, you know, you do get people who do leave the review. So you can kind of control it to begin with. It's like an advanced reader copy. And the good thing about that is you can also, the reviews, you can kind of, the actual ebooks, you can actually send to somebody a code to download it. That's like a pre-bought code. So, for instance, you could release your book at the lowest price, buy, I don't know, 20 codes or whatever you've got, people willing to review, and then send them a code each. Once they review your book, yeah, they will then download the book through your paid code, and then guess what? Guess what, mate? Their review is now a verified review, which is much more powerful than a unverified review. So there's a little tip for you. Little tip. So anyway, I'm at the club now. So I will speak to you soon. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon. And have a great day wherever you are in the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want some more insider information, and if you wanted to be a KDP ninja, then why don't you become a member of the channel for a £5, and you can get loads of my digital assets, which are charged for free. So you save money if you become a KDP ninja. Yeah. So anyway, catch you later on. Bye. You alright, Glenn? How you doing, mate? You alright?